Did you come in past their place, or?
No.
Okay, not come past their place. Their
You will
house.
on the way out of town.
You will, okay. Randy will point out Deborah and Lindley's place. It's still standing, it's well maintained. Yeah, there they are. Lindley, I know it's kind of a funny name. Lindley was born in 1794. He was the youngest son of Isaac Coates. And he was named for Jacob Lindley, who was a friend of Isaac Coates. Jacob Lindley was a Quaker minister. They do not have preachers like, you know, the majority of churches, trained ministers, but they recognize people within their congregation that have a gift for ministry. So he was a gifted minister in the Quaker church. And in the late 1700s, there was a lot of problems with Indian uprisings. And the government was trying to settle things down, and they chose Jacob Lindley to go to Detroit to have a treaty, or to work on a treaty with the Indians. And that tells me that Lindley Coates' father had a lot of respect for Jacob Lindley and what he did with the Indians. And it's interesting because Lindley Coates' father was also very interested in Indian affairs. This is a book called A Friend Among the Senecas. The Quakers in general were very interested in Indian affairs because William Penn on, they had always treated the Indians very fairly. But toward the end of the 1700s, there were less Quakers in the Pennsylvania government and more non-Quakers, and so things began to go the other direction, and the Indians were being mistreated. And the Quakers were trying to see what they could do to make sure the Indians were treated right. They sent 3 young men in their early 20s to the area around Niagara Falls to live with the Indians and to show them better farming methods and to establish a school. And they had been up there for nearly 2 years, and no one had heard much or heard anything from them. And Lindley's father, Lindley was about 5 at the time. His father, Isaac Coates, was very concerned about these 3 young fellows that they had sent up there. He undertook to go from this area to Niagara Falls on horseback.